Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another bulletin. As some of you might recognise the background, I'm here at Howick Hall today in my official capacity as a tour guide. Some of you may know that that's what I do when I have a little bit of spare time, and I've had a bus tour to walk around the grounds. Anyway, as I was here today, I thought it would be worthwhile to give you a different perspective on a different place. Of course, this place has featured in the Northumberland series, so it's not completely new. But as I say, rather than do these bulletins from home, it's nice when I'm out and about, so that's what I'm doing. We've had some good weather for a change, and I've been able to get out since I last spoke to you, and we've managed to get quite a lot done. With my new helper that's driving me around the place, we've managed to get to quite a few places. So all the narratives are now done for the Durham series, so they're all in the bag. I've just got 3 more days to get out with the drone, and that's that series completely finished. I've also been able to get out and film another section of Hadrian's Wall, so that'll be part 4, which will be released in a couple of weeks to keep on schedule with the monthly releases. And it was another good day, so I'm really pleased I've got that done and in the bag. And so I'm really pleased, and the good news is that that means there's a pretty good chance that when I come back off my holidays in August, we'll be able to begin filming the just going through the gate here into Lord and Lady Howick's garden. They're very particular about having the gate closed, and rightly so. As I say, I've got the research to do for it, but there's no reason why I can't start filming it. I could release some of the episodes this side of Christmas, but rather than stagger it so that some episodes are released and then not others, I just decided, I think what I might do is start and film them, but then release it in January, so that to get a few episodes in the bag, and then come January start releasing those as a brand new project for a new year. So that's me thinking at the moment anyway. Of course, when I'm filming narratives, I don't particularly need bright sunny days, so I can do them sort of any day. But as I've said before, for flying the drone, I need a fine day, a bright day. It doesn't necessarily have to be a blue sky, but a bright day, and no wind. The little drone can manage up to 22 mile an hour wind gusts, and the bigger one can manage up to 27 mile an hour. But even then it's difficult, especially if you're filming close to buildings. You get updraft and all sorts of things. so far in my experience as a drone pilot, I've never come across an issue like I came across the other day, because the weather forecast was fine, looked like a good day for the drone. And there is a website that gives you the forecast purely for flying drones. And when I looked on there, it was saying, it just said no, it's incremented in hours, and all the way down it was saying no, 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 no. And when I looked at the reason why it was saying no, there was a column on the right hand side of the web page which had a weird symbol on it, and it was it was measuring geomagnetic energy. In other words, if you I'm sure you'll have seen on the news, if you haven't seen it live, there were we had all these aurora borealis, these wonderful skyscapes at night, and one thing and another. Well, apparently that solar energy affects our upper atmosphere, and of course the drone relies on a GPS for navigation to know where it is, and for stability and everything else. So this particular, when all of that was happening and everybody was enjoying these marvelous you know, things in the sky, I couldn't fly. So, you know, the drone just had no way of communicating with the satellites to know where it was. So that was an extra hurdle that I hadn't come across before. However, as I say, the last few days have been fine, and I've managed to get out and you know, caught up and got ahead slightly even. So that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. I'll still be doing some of the walkabout films. I had one or two responses to my request for what to call them, but the titles that people suggested didn't really grab me attention and didn't really reflect what they're going to be about, because a lot of the places that are being requested, i.e. North Shields for example, will be covered fully when I do the River Tyne, because obviously North Shields is a big part of that river or the river's history. And so I don't want to sort of go twice to the same place, because obviously I'm just repeating myself. So it suddenly dawned on me that, I mean, for example, somebody suggested Morpeth, and I've been there. I don't think it was a walkabout. I think it was a bulletin I did from there. But the point is, if I start talking about Morpeth and the river, because it's another place that's where the two are connected, like I said, I'm just repeating myself. So I decided that what might be better, rather than just doing history all the time, is to visit a place, whether it's a town or a museum. For example, I've got a lot of railway history in my family, so I'm really interested in railways and what have you. And although I visited York Railway Museum, There's another one at Shildon, which has just opened in County Durham. So it's going to be nice to visit places like that, and rather than just talk about history, to, you know, show you the place. So I've decided, well, I haven't decided definitely, but I'm thinking more along the lines of calling them Discovery Days. So talking about what's available in the shops and what's available to see in the town, the parks, the monuments, things that you might, almost like tourist information, if you like. So that's the title I've come up with for the moment. So I think that'll more fit with what they're going to be about. I don't particularly want my name in it. You know, as I said, I'm not a celebrity. And I just don't like that, you know, walk about with John or whatever. It just, to me, it's just, it doesn't have the right appeal. But something like, as I said, I haven't decided definitely, but Discovery Days, just about, because what we'll be doing is discovering the place I'm visiting. And like I said, I'm not necessarily going to be talking about history, but just showing you what's there, and what I've discovered, if you like. So that's 99% sure of what they're going to be called. And of course I'll be able to do them in between the Durham episodes. There's only one more episode of the Hadrian's Wall to film, which will be episode 5, and then later in the year the whole thing will be put together, and that will be released in 4K, because up to now the episodes have only been produced in HD, and that's just for speed, to get them up there quickly. One discerning customer noticed that there was a bit of jittering on the program as he was watching, and asked, you know, what had caused that, and it's just simply because it's filmed in 4K and then compressed down it to HD to get it up there. But the final film, the full film, which will be at least 2 hours long, for those of you who like to sit and binge watch, that will be in 4K, and it's a slightly different edit, so it's not completely a repeat of what you've already seen. For a start off, there's not all the introductions and conclusions to every episode, it's just all one long episode, but there are 1 or 2 changes, so it's not a complete copy. So that'll be out later in the year. What there is to look forward to, and if I just get me piece of paper to remember, I jotted the dates down. Yeah, episode 6 is of the Durham series is out on the 14th of June, Friday the 14th of June, at the usual release time of 6 p.m. and episode 4 of Hadrian's Wall will probably be the Friday after, on June the 21st at 6 p.m. So you can look out for both of those, and that's this month's offerings. And then, as I said, I'm already editing the next episodes of those, which will go out in July. So that's all the news to tell you. You can hear the bells chiming in the background, I'm sure. from the haul. And with that, I shall sign off. Wish you all the best as usual. Keep supporting the channel, likes, subscribe, passing the information on, etc, etc. And I'll see you all in the next programme on Friday. Bye for now.